Chapter 42. The Potential Fiancé and the Family Lawyer. The formal invitation came after 2 days, not from his father, from the Cheon family, the family whose daughter his father wished him to marry. The letter was polite, warm, an invitation to a family lunch at one of Seoul's luxurious restaurants. It was written in a beautiful feminine hand, and it bore the signature, Cheon Ah-yeong. Jiho read it 3 times, then he placed it on the table. "Do not go," Dong-wook said immediately when Jiho told him. "I must go. If I refuse, that will be a pretext for my father to increase the pressure." "Take Nora with you." Jiho looked at him. "Nora is not, I know she is not, but take her to be a witness, and to tell you whether the family is suitable for you or not." The next day, Jiho told Nora about the invitation. She was cleaning the tables in the cafe. She paused for a moment, then continued her work. "What do you want to do?" she asked. "I do not know. Part of me wants to go to see what they want, and another part wants to burn the invitation." "Then go, but do not sign anything. And do not promise anything. Will you come with me?" Nora paused. She looked at him. "Why?" "Because I trust you, and because if you are there, I will remember that I have a reason not to bow to them." She was silent for a long time. Then she said, "All right, but I will not wear a dress." Jiho smiled. "I did not expect that of you." The restaurant was excessively luxurious. Crystal chandeliers, tables draped in silk, and waiters wearing black suits. Everything said, "This place is not for those who have nothing." Nora wore her chestnut-colored sweater and black trousers. They were not luxurious clothes, but they were clean and appropriate. Her prosthetic hand was hidden beneath her long sleeve. Her face was calm, but her eyes did not stop watching everything. At the large table sat Han Song-min, Jiho's father, with his cold smile. Beside him, a woman in her mid-50s, the mother of the other family, and before them sat Cheon Ah-yeong. She was 27. Tall, her soft black hair touching her shoulders. She wore a formal white suit and medium-heeled shoes. Her face was beautiful in a quiet, unpretentious way. But what caught Nora's attention was the way she sat, upright, confident, but not arrogant. She resembled someone accustomed to attending such meetings, but she was not happy about it. And at the other end of the table sat lawyer Park Jong-soo, the same man who had delivered the lawsuit to Jiho. He wore an expensive gray suit, and his professional smile did not leave his face. But his eyes were cold, analyzing every movement. "Jiho, how lovely to see you," said the mother of the other family in a falsely warm voice. "And this is Nora," Jiho said simply. "A friend." Cheon Ah-yeong looked at Nora for a moment longer than necessary. Not with disdain, but with curiosity, as though she were trying to understand the relationship between them. Everyone sat. Lawyer Park began speaking in his irritatingly smooth voice. "Han Jiho, we are very pleased that you accepted the invitation. As you know, the Cheon family is among the most distinguished families in Korea. Their daughter Ah-yeong is an international lawyer, having worked in New York, and she is now planning to open her own office in Seoul." "I know who she is," Jiho said in a neutral voice. "A lawyer specializing in corporate law. Very successful. The question is, why am I here?" The lawyer smiled. "Because your father and the Cheon family believe that the union of our families would be beneficial for everyone. You are an ambitious young man, you have a successful cafe, you study business administration. Together, you can build an empire." "I am not seeking power." That is what people always say at the beginning. Then they discover that money, influence, and a great name are things difficult to refuse when they become close to you. Cheon Ah-yeong suddenly intervened. Her voice was quiet but firm. "Professor Park, I believe I should speak for myself." The lawyer stopped. He looked at her. Ah-yeong turned to Jiho. "I do not want this marriage any more than you do. My father pressures me, just as your father does with you. But I am a practical woman. Before I refuse the idea entirely, I want to know who you are. Not through lawyers' files, but through a real meeting. Only once. If we do not get along, I will tell my father that I am not interested. And I will convince him that seeking another groom is better. Jiho was silent. He looked at Nora, who was watching the scene calmly. And what does this real meeting mean? Jiho asked. Lunch, you and me, only, without fathers, without lawyers, in a place we choose together, Jiho thought. And if I refuse? If you refuse, I will consider that an insult to my family, and my father will withdraw from the negotiations. That means your father will lose a powerful ally, and he may increase the pressure on you in other ways. Jiho smiled bitterly. Then I am forced to agree? You are not forced, but things will go more smoothly if you agree. Nora looked at Ah-yeong. She noticed something in her eyes, not evil but very practical. A woman who knows how to play the game of wealthy families. She was neither a victim nor an executioner. She was merely a person trying to survive in a merciless system. All right, Jiho said finally. One lunch, then I will decide. Lawyer Park smiled widely, but his eyes remained cold. Very good, I shall arrange the details. Jiho looked at his father, who had been silent throughout. Han Song-min was watching his son as though trying to read his thoughts. He did not say a single word during the entire dinner, but Nora noticed his hands. They were clenched on the chair, as though he were holding himself back from exploding. After dinner, on the way home, Jiho said, What do you think? About what? About Ah-yeong, Nora thought. Intelligent, practical. She does not seem evil, but she knows how to get what she wants. Do you think I should agree to the lunch? I have no opinion in this matter. You have an opinion about everything. Nora was silent. Then she said, If you agree, your father will be happy, and if you refuse, he will be angry. But in both cases, the problem is not Ah-yeong. The problem is that your father wants control. Even if you marry her, he will not stop. Then what do I do? Do what feels right, but do not deceive yourself. This lunch will not be an ordinary lunch. It will be a test, for you and for her. They walked in silence. The street lights reflected shapes on the asphalt, and in Jiho's hand remained the grape jam jar that his grandmother had given him. He placed it in his pocket, a reminder that the world consists not only of conflicts, but of small sweet things.